you've done some amazing work on Dr. Anthony Fauci and getting us documents he's never wanted to turn over to the American public. Like 3-4 days ago, the CDC basically just said, we got everything wrong. Of course, they didn't say that, but they basically put out all new rules that reversed everything that they had been telling us for 2.5 years. You look at this and you see the crushing of dissent. Any doctor that challenged their position 2 years ago was called a quackpot, a risk to medical health. Now you're seeing people like the Homeland Security Department, the FBI, and Garland saying anyone that has a question about an open border or the raid on Donald Trump, they pose a domestic terrorism threat. This is a moment where dissent is being crushed in the name of security and health, and it's not even true. The end result is they crush something with a lie. When do we start to begin to unravel this dynamic with the government? What's the solution for this?
Well, we had part of the solution at the end of the Trump administration where he and his people said, look, that we have these, and the left distorts this. We've got these bureaucrats who are exercising extraordinary power, and they're not accountable in the traditional sense to the president. So if they're making policy decisions that really a political appointee ought to be making, we're going to make their position subject to immediate removal by the president or their. And so in my view is expanding the number of political appointees while curtailing the power of government. We can talk about Fauci, for some length, but certainly the goal of any good conservative Congress or a good conservative president would be to make sure there is never again another Fauci, someone who's been able to accumulate so much power within an agency that essentially he's warping the whole public health establishment, not only here in the United States but abroad. Fauci has way too much power, given his lack of accountability within our system. And I don't mean he's unaccountable and that he can't be fired. It means he's acting like a political appointee when in fact he's a civil servant. We can't have that anymore.
Yeah, that's it. They're making policy. They're not carrying out policy. They've actually become the policy makers. Tom, it is always an honor to have you on. It's so amazing to watch the work of Judicial Watch. I can't wait to see your next big lawsuit or your next big document dump, because America is going to be a lot better for it. Thanks for joining us today.
You're welcome, John.